I've just realised that my fly's undone. I wonder if that shows. Hello and welcome to Freeride New Zealand episode 3. We're back again with Kieran Bennett, fastest man in Christchurch on a bike.
I don't know if I want to claim that one.
This week we're going to be talking about what happened at Cairns and what we think is going to happen going into Fort William.
Another World Cup down.
Where should we start?
Well, I guess we could...
Before we do that, I just want to thank everyone who...
I'll let me stop you there.
Let me stop you right there and follow the script that I've got in front of me. I want to thank everyone who's commented and sent messages and watched our previous shows. 2 thumbs up to you.
If you lasted 20 minutes of listening to us, you've done pretty well.
Was it 20 minutes?
I think it was.
Fuck off. So where should we start?
Well, I think one of the big pieces of news since Cairns was the pretty tragic passing of Steve Smith. Motorbike accident at home, out riding, and yeah, that was a massive blow for everyone in the mountain bike community, and yeah, he's definitely going to be pretty sorely missed.
Yeah, we were just saying in the last episode, in fact, he was one of our picks for this year, wasn't he? Back on the horse, like everything was looking really good for him, and it's a massive shock. And
yeah, for sure, like his second place at Lords, and then he was looking good at Cairns as well, but a flat tyre ruled him out there. Like he looked like he was really coming back into his form that we saw a couple of years ago, and so yeah, that was a pretty big blow.
Yeah, it's a massive blow, and another one to the biking community this year. So you know, everyone should stay real safe out there. They're UCI are going to do a tribute run to Steve Smith. Aren't they? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
They're going to start at the start, and they're just going to basically cheer him down, even though he won't be there. But the crowd will follow him down to the bottom, and they'll play like a tribute and stuff.
Yeah, that's good to see the UCI getting in there and
that'll be
tribute to
that'll be a heavy moment though, like the Magazza train at Crankworks.
Yeah, if they're putting that in where his regular start spot would be, I kind of feel for the the next couple of guys that are starting behind him, because that'll be a fairly heavy moment for them.
It might push them to go hard for him or something.
Yeah,
but that'll be something to watch out for anyway. All right, well, let's change gears a little bit. Try and breathe some life back into this. Actually, this is going to go up and then straight back down again. But Cairns saw Loic Brini's first win.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was cool to see everyone so excited for him as well.
It was literally the highlight for me as well, seeing Loic take his first place. But then to top off that good news, Loic is now out for the next 3 rounds with a broken collarbone and a concussion.
Yeah, that was a bummer when I saw that one on Facebook, because he was, he's always been riding good the last couple of years anyway, but who knows what this first World Cup win would have done to his confidence. And
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, I
saw it and I thought, oh no, it's a lols, it's a joke, it's not actually happened. And then I read it, I was like, no, that's actually from him, and it has happened, and he's out.
Yeah, I did do a double take as well. And then Nico Mullally broke his ulna and his radius in his arm in the weekend as well, so he's going to be out for a decent chunk as well now, so he's had those plated.
However, now the field for going forward for the rest of the year is blown wide open. It's anyone's game. Yeah,
it's definitely changed a bit with Loic missing, because he's a guy that I could quite happily pick him to win any round.
I was picking him to win. And in Cairns, Rachel took the women's win, unsurprisingly.
7 seconds, I think.
Yep. And right, that's Australia done.
Yep.
I don't think we need to spend any more time on that.
No, away from the land down under into Scotland.
Yeah, land of the brave. Is that a saying?
I don't know.
I made that up.
I think America's land of the brave.
No, it's land of the free.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
Freedom. So let's talk about Fort William then. You've ridden there before, haven't you?
Yeah, I raced there in 2007, 8 and 2009.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, it's awesome. I never really had any good results there. I think maybe around about 30th in 2008, but yeah, I just sort of didn't have much like. That was good.
Top 40 is pretty good.
2009, I had a massive crash in qualifying and didn't qualify, and but yeah, it's a track that's like no other. It's pretty cool. and the fans there are amazing. Like coming into the finish, it's just packed with people, and they are mental.
So I was there last year, and it was pretty miserable. Like the only race event I've ever been to where they've called off a whole day's worth of practice and riding because of the weather. So on the Saturday it was just every man for himself, and everyone went and back to their hotel and kind of hid.
Yeah.
But then it all sort of cleared up again on the Sunday, but the track was pretty wet. And you were telling me before that apparently it's better when it's wet.
Yeah, well, like the way they've built it on top of like the marsh up on the main sort of part of the hill, it's all elevated and it's almost like a gravel base. So when that bit of the track's wet, it's awesome. It's got amazing traction and just gets these wicked ruts in it. But then of course the woods are, when they're wet, they're slippery and a lot of roots. So.
And there's a couple of river gaps in there as well.
Yeah.
It's looking like the weather is good at the moment in Fort William. However, it's going to rain on Friday, and then there's going to be sunny spells for the rest of the weekend. If it does rain on Friday, then you reckon the track's going to be prime for some fast times?
Yeah, I think so. If they don't get too much, it should. By Sunday, it would be running really well there, I think. So Manar won last year.
Yeah, let's talk about Manar. How many times has Manar won at Scotland?
He's won there 5 times as of last year, and that is, I think the closest was 3.
Yeah.
To anyone else, I can't remember who it was.
So 5 wins. I mean, 5 World Cup wins on its own is like pretty impressive. Let alone 5 at one venue.
I would be pretty stoked to have 5 World Cup wins alone. Just 1 World Cup win would be sweet, but to have 5 in the same place, man, he's been amazing there from as far back as I can remember when he was like in his early days of racing.
He is the winningest rider though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he kind of is the GOAT really.
The GOAT.
Greatest of all time.
Oh man, I've never heard that saying.
Yeah.
We had Brosnan with his only first place in 2014.
Yes.
Is that a correct stat? Has he only won once? Am I just putting that up?
I'm not sure. I think he might have won twice, I can't remember.
Just in case I have to edit that out.
Yeah.
So Brosnan got a first place there in 2014.
Yeah, so Brosnan took the win in 14. I think he was just off the podium in 6th in 2015.
Last year we had the big Manon Carpenter's ragdoll under the Visit Scotland arch. Just send it into the final like amphitheatre, and I will try and run a little bit of that underneath if I can find it. But that was bad, and that really she was on a good run, wasn't she?
I think so. And that is steep and fast down there. That's not a place that you want to crash.
Oh, I don't want to crash anywhere. Going into this weekend's race, if I was to put money on a woman, I'll put money on Rachel Atherton.
The odds are pretty low for her to screw it up.
Yeah.
So.
And it'll be Manon and Tani. That's what I reckon. That would be my top 3, probably in that order as well.
Yeah, I think I'd probably agree with that. Those 3 are looking like they're going to be pretty dominant this year, and yeah.
And then you've got the men's race. So without Loic in there, he would have been one of my top 3 for sure. Probably in no particular order. Gwyn's going to be in there because he is really good.
He's Aaron Gwyn.
Yeah. I reckon Troy Brosnan because he's on the money, and he was on the money at Cairns.
Yeah.
And he's done it before, so I reckon he'll be up there. And let's give Ratboy probably 3rd place on the podium.
Yeah, I'd love to see Ratboy back on the podium again.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus it's kind of his home track and his home crowd as much as any.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? What would be your top 3?
I could probably sit here and list off like 6 guys that I think could win, but
you can do 3.
You can only do 3?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going Manar. He's good.
Oh, I've done it 5 times before.
Yeah. Can't really go past Gwyn at the moment. I wasn't really sure what would happen with the whole Gwyn on YT this year, but he seems to have proved that he is riding that bike well and it's working for him. So he's one that you can't bet against. And my 3rd one's a hard one. Yeah, I think Brosnan, you kind of can't put it past him at the moment. He's riding good and he seems pretty happy with what's going on with his bike and everything. Fort William is an odd one. It brings out a few people that you sort of don't really expect. Some people just really get on with the track, and then you'll have guys that just really struggle with it.
What about locals?
Greg Williamson.
Yeah.
He's been really fast. Like, he's been a solid top 10 guy there for the last probably 3 years.
I can't remember any Scottish riders. Really good if we had like a start list, but I don't even think that far ahead. But
I just want to see Petey back up there.
Yeah.
The old dog, it's his last year. Let's give Petey the win.
Sam Blenkinsop, fastest New Zealander on the day last year in 2015.
Yeah, 5th place, rounded out the podium.
Hopefully, if I had it my way though, we'd have Blenky in first, Matt Walker in second, George in third, and rounded out with Ed and Rupert, and then Win in sixth.
Win can interview them afterwards.
Yeah, but from 6th place.
Yeah.
That would be so good.
That'd be a good podium.
That's your top boys, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that pretty much would be like your main...
Oh, Brooke.
Oh shit. Maybe we should do that again. Maybe just take that piece out.
Yeah. That basically covers everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's nice and quick this time.
Alright, so I'll be travelling over to Europe in a couple of weeks' time, so I will be bringing you Freeride New Zealand TV from the other side of the world. Kieran's not joining me though. He'll be back in the co-host spot later in the year, but we might get some updates from you.
Hopefully. We're still waiting for that big money sponsor to come in so I can also go on the trips.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jay's pockets don't run quite that deep just yet. But...
Like, they don't run at all. My pockets are empty. Yeah. So, you know what to do. Can you please jump online and follow
Kieran Bennett 36 on Instagram
and
Twitter.
Again, like flash and all.
And
follow me as well, and I'll put my stuff on the screen here. I made it work last time.
Somewhere around there. Here we go.
The real stars of the show. Oh yeah.
Look, we're coming here.
You're a psycho. Hey, thanks very much for watching. We'll be back with more real soon. I'll be back for Leo game next week, and Kieran will be back with us later in the year. As he's off on a tropical island holiday.
Go do some surfing in the sunshine.
Yeah, right, lucky for some. Bye. See you later. Bye, Kakite.
You just sing the see you later song.
See you later. It's time for us to end. See you later. I'll be back again.